Welcome back to Global Bike Buzz, the channel where we dive into the machines that keep our adrenaline alive and our imaginations racing. Today is one of those episodes where the excitement is matched only by the importance of what's in front of us, because we are looking at the 2025 Yamaha M1 V4, a motorcycle that represents not just an evolution but a complete rethinking of Yamaha's racing DNA. For 2 decades, Yamaha has been defined by its inline-four cross-plane engine, but times have changed, rivals have pushed the limits, and Yamaha knew that to stay in the game, it needed a radical leap forward. Approach the bike from the front and you know instantly this is no ordinary M1. The face is narrow, sharp, and angry, with compact LED projectors sitting low and wide. The ducts on either side are not cosmetic, they are aggressively engineered to feed cool air into the radiator and direct turbulence away from the rider's knees. Yamaha has clearly taken cues from aerodynamic developments pioneered by Ducati and Aprilia, who have mastered downforce in MotoGP. The new front cowl channels airflow cleanly while also stabilizing the bike under heavy braking, reducing lift as you hit speeds above 300 km per hour. Look closer at the winglets. They are smaller and more integrated than Ducati's elaborate fins, but they still create meaningful downforce without the extra drag. Move down the side and you begin to notice how compact the engine layout really is. One of the advantages of the V4 over the inline-four is packaging. With the cylinders split into 2 banks of 2, Yamaha can push the engine further forward, shorten the wheelbase, and centralize the mass. This means quicker flicks from left to right, something Fabio Quartararo has begged for over the past few seasons as Ducati riders danced around him in tight corners. A V4, Yamaha is seeking the best of both worlds, the cornering stability they are known for, plus the torque and horsepower needed to fight wheel-to-wheel with Ducati's 8 bikes on the grid. On paper, the V4 configuration brings immediate advantages. It's narrower, which improves aerodynamics. It allows shorter crankshafts and better balance, which reduce vibrations at high RPM. And most importantly, it delivers a broader torque curve. Reports from early test sessions say the bike sounds deeper, more guttural, a note more in line with the Ducati and Aprilia, and very different from the high-pitched scream of the old inline-four. That alone has fans excited, because a sound can define a machine just as much as numbers do. Performance figures are still shrouded in secrecy, but speculation is rampant. The previous inline-four M1 made north of 270 horsepower at the crank, and Yamaha's goal with the V4 is to match or exceed Ducati's claimed figures of around 300 horsepower. But horsepower is only one piece of the puzzle. Quartararo has pointed out repeatedly that Yamaha's weakness has been rear grip, particularly when fighting in traffic. The V4 layout, with its more compact packaging, allows Yamaha to experiment with different swingarm pivot positions and rear suspension geometries that could help put power to the ground more effectively. Braking is another area Yamaha is targeting. Ducati riders have been able to brake later and harder, thanks to the stability of their V4 chassis. If the M1 V4 can replicate that stability, Yamaha could finally regain parity on corner entry, one of the most decisive areas in modern MotoGP. Of course, it's not all perfect yet. Early private tests suggested the V4 was around 2 seconds per lap slower than the old inline-four in certain conditions. That may sound alarming, but context matters. Electronics will also play a massive role in whether the M1 V4 succeeds. Modern MotoGP bikes rely heavily on traction control, anti-wheelie, and engine braking strategies. With the inline-four, Yamaha struggled to find the right electronic balance between corner entry and acceleration. Now, with the V4, engineers have a fresh canvas. If they can pair the raw power of the new engine with refined electronics, Yamaha could leapfrog not just Honda, who are also struggling, but maybe even close the gap to Ducati's finely tuned arsenal. And let's not forget aerodynamics. Ducati set the trend with dramatic winglets, diffusers, and even ground effect fairings. Aprilia followed suit with a highly aerodynamic package. Yamaha's V4 has integrated aero that is cleaner, subtler, but still effective. The smaller, more compact fairing shape means less drag down the straights, and combined with winglets that add just enough downforce, the bike should feel stable without sacrificing top speed. This balance is crucial, because too much downforce creates extra drag and reduces acceleration. Where does this leave Yamaha in terms of price and potential road-going spin-offs? For now, the M1 V4 is purely a MotoGP prototype, but Yamaha has historically used MotoGP technology as inspiration for its road bikes, most notably the R1. The current R1 retails for just under $19,000 in the United States, and the halo versions like the R1M climb higher. If Yamaha were to develop a road-legal M1 V4, even in limited numbers, expect a price tag well above $40,000, possibly into Ducati Panigale V4R territory, which sits around $45,000. That's speculation for now, but enthusiasts can dream of a homologation special trickling down from the MotoGP program. The real question is whether this machine can bring Yamaha back to the top. Ducati dominates with numbers and performance. Aprilia has emerged as a genuine threat. KTM is rising rapidly with its steel tube frame and powerful V4. Honda is in crisis but still has enormous resources. Yamaha needed something radical, and the M1 V4 is exactly that. It may take a season or two to perfect, but if the philosophy proves sound, this bike could signal the rebirth of Yamaha as a consistent title contender. For riders and fans alike, this bike represents hope, ambition, and change. It's Yamaha admitting that tradition is not enough, that to win you sometimes have to abandon what made you comfortable and take risks. The inline-four M1 gave us unforgettable memories, from Valentino Rossi's golden years to Quartararo's 2021 championship. The V4 could write the next chapter, one defined by torque, traction, and top speed, without losing the Yamaha DNA of balance and finesse. So when you see the 2025 Yamaha M1 V4 glide out of the garage, think of it as more than just a motorcycle. Think of it as a symbol of evolution. It is the product of countless hours of testing, the sweat of engineers, and the dreams of riders who refuse to settle for second place. Whether it conquers or falters, it shows that Yamaha is not afraid to fight. If you've enjoyed this deep dive, make sure to hit that subscribe button and tap the bell so you don't miss our updates. Global Bike Buzz will be following every test, every upgrade,